Hello, everyone. Oh my God, our first live video on Love in London. So exciting. Wish it was a little bit better circumstances that brought the first one here, but hey, it is what it is. So hopefully everyone will start to find me in a little bit, but I just wanted to talk to you guys because obviously something really, really big happened here in London today, and I definitely think that thinking about people who are coming to visit, especially in like the next couple of weeks or couple months, it's completely understandable if you're feeling quite nervous and I don't know, just really uneasy about all things. Hi, Purdue. But if you're feeling really uneasy about coming here to London, it's understandable, but we're going to talk about that. So yeah, oh my God, 41 of you are already on here. That's so exciting. So let's just kick it off. So I know probably a lot of you are about like a few hours behind us in London. It's 9 o'clock here now. And you might just kind of like be starting to hear what's happening on the news and everything. So what I've kind of decided when I really quickly planned out this hi, Marcelo. Oh, hi. It's good to see you. And A. Belkin, hello. Thank you for joining. So what I've decided is that I'm not actually going to, hi, Terry. I'm not actually going to specifically tell you exactly what's happened because I'm not a news reporter, and obviously everything is going to be unfolding over the next few days as to what exactly has happened. So what I would recommend for you to do is, if you're not fully update with the story that's out there at this point, is to go to the BBC's website, and they have a really good live update site of everything that's coming in, all of like the facts, and I think that they're probably a really reliable source to get all of your information from. So I recommend after that probably just doing that and like catching yourself up on everything if you want to, but at the same time, don't feel like you have to, because if you're coming to visit soon, I'm sure even if you don't search for the information, it's going to wind up somehow on your desk or in front of you or on the news or something. So please don't feel like you have to do that. So really what I want to do is actually address what happened today means for people who are coming to visit London. So, before I even talk about that, I want to tell you guys what it means for people who actually live in London. So, this is technically oh, by the way, I am going to start to answer questions after I kind of go through a little bit in the beginning of just what's going on and such, and then I will, sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once. It's very hard to go live. And then I'm going to go into the actual Q&A, because I really want to end this on a positive note and actually answer some questions for you guys. So we'll definitely do that. So if you're putting questions into the live chat, which is great, please keep doing that. Just know that it's going to be a few more minutes before we actually enter those, but I will definitely go into those. So I want to talk about first what happened today means to Londoners, because I think what it means to Londoners is going to be quite important with what it's actually going to mean to you guys who are coming to visit. So I think the biggest thing is that this actually isn't going to change anything for most people that live in London. There are 8 million people that live here and aren't really going to change their day-to-day lives because of what happened today. That doesn't mean that what happened wasn't tragic. Obviously, unfortunately, people have died and a lot of families and people's lives have been changed, which is terrible. But the thing is that we live in this great city and we don't want to let that ruin this amazing place. So, for example, I'll give you guys kind of a quick rundown of how my day went today. I was in a client's office all day today, and that's where I was when the news broke, and working in a team of people that work in social media, we were watching live everything that was happening as the day unfolded. And we had it on the TV and everything. But after that, 6 o'clock came, and we all got up from our desks, hopped on the tube, got on the bus, got on the train, and just headed home. My bus that I took to get home went right past Big Ben and Westminster, and not right past it because obviously the area is closed, but it was about a bridge over from everything that had happened. And as I was walking to the bus, there were people actually in the pub having a drink after work, because we kind of just have to be resilient and just move on. And although this is really crazy, yeah, exactly, JB, you're not going to change. Okay, so JB said it perfectly. If I change, they win. Exactly. And that's exactly how everybody who lives in cities that anything like this has happened that is how everybody feels. So how did you feel when you heard what happened? Not really. I mean, very sad for everything that happened with everyone who's been affected by it. Very sad. I was taken aback a little bit just thinking about like the week before I was around that area taking photos for Instagram and stuff like that. But again, it really just has to be, we all just have to kind of get on with our lives, and we know how much we love this city, and it's not going to hold us back ever. So that being said, I hope that helps to make you feel a little bit more comfortable about your visit here. Now, I know that if you're coming to a foreign country and a city you've never been before, it's very easy for me to sit here and say, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it, you don't need to be nervous. I completely understand if you feel nervous to come here now, especially someone wrote on my Facebook page that they're coming in the next couple of weeks. But I want you to know that you don't need to feel nervous. Everybody, like I said, I'm going to get up. There's 8 million of us in London that are going to get up for work tomorrow, and we're going to take the same tube that we take every single day. And then we're going to go to the pub after work and have our drinks, and we just have to move on with life, and we're going to feel completely fine. And actually, nothing's going to change even if you're coming to visit in the next few days. Everyone's going to be on high alert, which is a very good thing. But besides that, you're still going to have a great time. You'll still enjoy it. The locals will be happy. They'll be thrilled you're here. They'll love to interact with you. And really, once you arrive, you won't feel nervous. I promise you that. So I hope that this helps a little bit for anyone who's feeling anxiety for coming here now. Please don't. The only thing I will stress is that with things coming up in the next few days, always just make sure that you're watching for travel advisories so if you're in the US, there's the US State Department. They'll let you know if they think you shouldn't be traveling somewhere. I would be very surprised if that happens for here, but you can always keep an eye on that. And so I hope that helps to kind of clear any anxieties and any nervousness that you might have. London is open to everyone, and we're all super excited to have all of you. So, okay, I think that's it for that though. I'd love to end this on a positive note and to take some Q&A and to answer some questions and see what you guys are talking about, because I see lots of little bubbles popping up. So you're also gonna have to bear with me because I'm not actually sure how I can go back to see all these, because I'm live streaming from my phone. And then, okay, let's see if I can go here. Yep, okay, that might work. Okay. It will not ruin our trip this summer. That's right, Darren. That's what I like to hear. Also, if you're in the chat and you see anyone saying really mean things like that guy with the really long name, if you can help me and just ban them or kick them out, that would be awesome. Okay, let's see. And hopefully you guys can all hear me. Okay. And yeah, we're still live. Can you do more free stuff? Okay. Do you think our police should be armed, as I have a friend in San Diego who says our unarmed police are sitting ducks? No, I don't. I mean, we don't really need to get into politics too much, but most people don't have guns here, so why would the police need to have guns? I don't really think. They have stun guns. Well, I guess you're from here, but having stun guns, I think, should do the trick in most places. And then when it's needed, they have the armed guards like they needed today, I guess. So, yeah. Oh, perfect. Okay, I think I can look through by this. I'm on my computer. Oh, yay, okay, I found it. All right, let's see. Let's try to go back to the top. Okay. Hi, Terry. Oh, thanks, Terry. Thanks for addressing this. I've been watching your videos. We'll be arriving. Oh my gosh, you're coming in 3 days. Oh, Terry, you're going to have so much fun. It's going to be great. Oh, that's so good. A really nice time. I think the weather's supposed to get a little bit nicer too, so that should be great. Brianna, hi, I love your channel and videos. I wish you could be my personal tour guide when I get there in a few weeks. I am kind of for hire. I have one booking for doing tour guiding. It's like kind of tour guiding. So if you really are serious about that and would want someone to come around and hang out with you, I am available for hire. Good to see you're safe. Oh, thank you so much. That's really kind of you guys to say that. Glad you're okay. Be safe. Oh, thank you. Tomorrow will be the safest day in London, to be honest, said Sam. I completely agree. And the next few weeks really too. So I'm going to feel more safe than I ever usually do in London, which if you watch my Is London Safe video, you know, I feel really probably too safe in London. I think some of the tips that I give you guys in that video where I say don't have your phone out like really easily and stuff, I don't even follow by those own rules. I need to get a little less comfortable, I think. But anyway, you get the idea, I think. Oh, Leo, you're a Londoner and you watch my videos? That's very nice of you. Ben, I can see your posts. Don't worry, you're not being annoying. Let me see if I can get some. Oh, Derek, thanks. Oh, you just left London. That's awesome. I hope you had a really nice time. Ben, everything won't feel right, even though London is now probably the safest place to be with the increased security. It's cool, though. I live up north. Well, if you come to visit London, let me know what you think, because it's great to say that, but it would be awesome to actually have you down here and see what you think then. Okay, let's see. How did you feel? All right, we went through that. Used to watch House of Cards sessions. House of Commons. House of Cards is probably more interesting than the House of Commons sessions. That's Marcelo that said that. And you didn't watch it today. Well, obviously, yeah, because they had to stop in the middle of it, I think, didn't they? Leo said, as a Londoner, I felt sad, but I felt the same as if it happened in any other city. Yeah, I kind of felt like that. I was, like I said, I was in my client's office and we had on the TV everything, but I felt like a bit disconnected from it, even though I was really actually quite close to where it was. It's so horrible when you realize that terrorists could attack at any point. There's always a crowd somewhere, some much larger than others. Well, that's the thing, though, Ben, is that the chances of you actually being in the crowd where something like that's going to happen is really, really, really slim. And so that's why you can't really live your life, in my opinion, that you can't really live your life to where you cater to that and you think that something terrible might happen. I mean, you can be aware. I think that's really important, but limiting your life just because of things like this, they do actually win. Okay, let's see. London. Doug said, London is a resilient city. Yes, it is. Thanks, Doug. Cool. Let's see. Feel free to, I'm going to scroll down a little bit more just because. If you put in a question already and I haven't answered it, if you could just type it in again because I might miss it because I'm trying to just get through some of them. Dan said, will any attractions be shut down? So Westminster's shut down right now and probably will be for the next week or so. And then just any of the sites that are immediately around that area will definitely be shut down probably for the next few days because that entire area is sectioned off, and obviously Westminster Bridge as well. So yeah, some of that stuff's going to be shut down. If you have any questions about that, just look on the website. They'll probably have information about closings for that. Let's see. Brian, flights, hotels, booked for September. This won't change anything. Stay strong, London. Yeah, love that. Sounds fun, Brian. Larry said, we'll be staying at the Hilton Metropole. Is this a good neighborhood and a good place to stay in London? I'm not sure which area that's in, to be honest, Larry. I'm not sure if you've downloaded my Where to Stay in London guide. It's free, and although you've already booked your hotel, it still has a list of really good areas. I'm sure that one's going to be fine. The Hilton's not going to be in any places that you're not going to want to stay in. There's so many good areas in London. It's hard to go wrong. For tourists, it would be very tough. If there's Jackson, good question. If there's one place besides London that you would want to live, where would it be? Okay, so I lived in Florence for a year. I love living in Florence, but I probably wouldn't want to live there, actually. I went to Cape Town for Christmas, and I think I would really like living in Cape Town because it's a city, but then it also has the beach and has really nice weather, and I love the beach and I love the sun, and I absolutely loved it there. I thought it was a really cool place. So maybe Cape Town, although I've only been once. Oh, and also I think I could live in LA. I'd love to live in LA. That would be really cool. Ilari, Tanya, Edith, oh my gosh, wow, what a name. She said, is there a day budget in pounds that you suggest? It completely, oh, that is spammy. Let me get this guy out of here. It really completely depends. I mean, I'd probably say not including your accommodation, you'd want to probably budget for at least 50 pounds a day, but that's really if you're like, really keeping a budget, but then it can go like, obviously you can spend so much. So I'd say probably try to shoot for having 50 pounds a day, and then you can get hostels for like 20 pounds a night per bed. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Camille, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Kotlik, is the daily cap for 24 hours, or does it count for midnight and some other? Oh, that's a really good question. Okay, so if you don't know what that daily cap means, when you use an Oyster card or your contactless debit card, when you use the transportation system here in London, depending on how many zones you travel through, so like how far you travel, you'll only pay up to the daily cap. So if the cap runs from, I think, I might have to get back to you on this one. It is also on the TfL website, but I'm pretty sure that it runs from like 5 or 6 a.m. until 4 a.m. the next morning. If you do a quick search on Google, it will tell you, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Let's see. Favorite Canadian destination, Natasha Boo. I've never been to Canada before, actually, so I can't answer that. But if you have suggestions, do let me know. I'm sure you do. Scarlett May, where is your favorite place in London? Ugh, impossible to answer. One of my favorite places that I always find myself going back to is South Bank. So South Bank is an area along the Thames where it starts kind of by like where the London Eye is, and then continues along to, you can kind of like follow it all the way to Tower Bridge. And there's just like a lot of food vendors and stuff and shops and bars and things like that there. But it's also really nice to just walk along because the sunset looks gorgeous there. You can take really nice photos. You get really nice views of the Eye and of Big Ben / Elizabeth Tower. I always find myself ending up there. I also really like Shoreditch because it's really quirky, and the food and the drinks there are amazing. So that's a good area to explore. Let's see. Oh, Trump 2016's in here. Awesome. Block. Let's see. Is a daily cap includes the London bus? Okay, Nicholas, so the way it works is that if you travel only on a bus in the 24-hour period, the daily cap is only £4.50. Only a bus or a tram. You probably won't be on a tram, but that's included as well. If you travel, say, on like the underground and a bus, then the bus, yes, is included in that daily cap. So hopefully that makes sense. It's very confusing, I think, so hopefully I've explained that for you. Okay, Darren said, are you into classic jazz? And if so, what is your favorite jazz bar? No, I'm not actually, but Ronnie Scott's is the most famous jazz bar in London. It's located in Soho, and if any Londoners on here have any other suggestions for jazz bars, please throw it in there if anyone's been to any. But that's supposed to be like the best place to go and has a lot of history, so it's called Ronnie Scott's. Dennis, which London football team do you support? None. My husband supports West Ham, but I can't say I have any interest in football. I mean, I'll watch it, like maybe if it's a nice day out, but I have no team. Let's see. Catalina, what's the weather like in mid-May? Can't wait to visit your beautiful city. Stay strong. Oh, thanks, Catalina. Really hard to answer that question because it really, especially in May, can really, really vary. Like, we'll get really cold days and then we'll get really warm days. I have a video about how to handle the weather in London on my channel, so have a watch of that because it kind of helps you like figure it out because I know you want to figure out packing and stuff. Jackson Horan says, what are some popular London attractions that you would say are overrated? I actually have a video about that, so I'm going to let you watch that And that will tell you some of the ones I think are overrated, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm pointing this at you. Let's see. Alexander, what are your rates for a tour guide? Shoot me an email and I'll let you know. This is a good question. I'm sorry, I'm really not going to be able to say your name. You'll have to tell me how to say it. Where would you really want to travel to if you had unlimited budget? Probably the Maldives or Mauritius at this moment, just because I love the beach, like I said. Yeah, that's probably where I'd want to go at the moment, yeah. Let's see. Adam, do you travel other places within the UK? I do, but it's something that I've pledged to do more of this year. So my parents are coming to visit in May, and we're planning on going to Bath and exploring around that area a bit. I've been to Brighton. I like Brighton. Windsor I've been to. I'm going to hopefully go visit a friend up in York and do a couple of videos about that. Yeah, I know that I like in the survey that I sent out to my email list on Monday, which you guys will also get on Thursday, which thank you, by the way, we've had 550 responses to that. Thank you. Everyone's asked for trips and tips for day trips, and it's something I'm definitely going to be working on. It's just like, as you can probably imagine, a lot of work to do that, and also cost me a lot of money to actually go and film these and like stay over and everything. So I will be doing more of that. Anzari Baksh took your advice and visited Covent Garden, tagged you for the photo for the phone booth. Yay! Oh, I definitely saw that photo. I'm so glad I love when you guys tag me in the photo of the the phone booths all in a row. So thanks. Oh, amazing. Roadshow McGuire, what are some good wall art opportunities for photography in Camden? Ooh, good question. All of Camden, honestly, is really good for photography. There is, if you actually go on Instagram and just look at the places tag for Camden, you'll get a lot of inspiration for where you can take some really nice photos. There's a lot of street art there. Even some of the shops if you go into Camden Lock Market, some of like the stalls are just gorgeous. There's the little canal that runs through that takes a nice photo. You'll find loads there, but search on Instagram and you'll find a lot of inspiration. Stephen Edward, 5 a.m. till 4:30 a.m. for the next day for the oyster cap. Thank you, my friend. Let's see. Emily, I'm obsessed with tiny streets in London. Do you have any favorites off the top of your head? Probably not off the top of my head. I'm trying to think. Honestly, the best way to find those are just to explore. You'll find some cute mews, which mews are kind of like tiny little streets in Notting Hill. I would just walk around. You'll find a lot of them. And then you'll just stumble upon some and you're like, ooh, this is so cool. Awesome. Thank you guys for these questions. And I'm sorry if I don't get to yours. I will try to get to everyone's if I can. I don't want to go too long though, but we'll see. Simply Bria said, how long have you lived in London and have you ever drove a car there? I lived in the UK for almost 4 years. I lived in London for over 2 years. So I lived just outside of London before that. And then have I ever driven a car here? No, I cannot drive manual and I'm not allowed to. I have to get my driver's license, which I think I'm going to try to do this year, but I don't really want to take the test with all the 16-year-olds. So we shall see. Brian AB, favorite pub. Okay, I'm going to talk about this one because I've seen this pop up a few times. There are so many really good pubs all around London that I don't think you should travel from like an area you're in just to find them, just to go to one that I recommend. One that I like that I went to recently is called the Clerkenwell Well, and the name of the area it's in is Clerkenwell. And it has really good Thai food, which is kind of a thing here for pubs. Pubs, instead of doing pub food, will do really good Thai food, which I love Thai food, so I'll take it. So that's a really good one. A personal favorite of mine, but it's quite far outside of the center, is called the Telegraph. But it's really cool because it feels like you're in the proper British countryside. It is because it's right on Putney Common. Really gorgeous. Yeah, if you ask where wherever you end up staying, the concierge or the Airbnb person who's running it will be able to tell you of good places around there, because there are honestly loads. You'll be able to walk to one really easily. What is the bar under the Tower Bridge called? Oh, I know what one you're talking about. I think it's part of a hotel. I want to say it's one of the Guilman hotels. It might be Tower Bridge Hotel, but that might not be right. Or I want to say it's like something at St. Catherine's Dock. So if you look for that, also look, again, look on Instagram, look for the tag, like search for either Tower Bridge or St. Catherine's Dock, and you might be able to see like people Instagramming that photo, and then it'll say where it was. The Young Herb. I'm traveling with my baby to London next week. Can you say a word or two about Whitechapel? We are staying there. I don't have tons of experience with Whitechapel. It's very representative of East London, which is really cool. It's very eclectic, tons of diversity. I've been to Tayabs, which is, a lot of people say it's the best Indian place in London. I thought it was pretty good. It's a very affordable place, so hopefully that helps. Cool. Amy Comerford said, favorite place for tea in the city. I would love to go to the Ritz, but it's a little pricey. It is indeed a little pricey. There's a few. So I like the Ampersand Hotel's afternoon tea, which I've done the traditional one, and it's £29, which I think it's quite affordable because it's a really nice atmosphere and it's really nice food, and they give you extra if you want more scones. They also do, I think they kind of switch off their menu. They do the science tea, which I've heard is really cool. Also really good for kids, but great for adults. And it's inspired by the Science Museum, which is quite nearby. So the Ampersand Hotel is in South Kensington. Claridge's is another really pricey one, but that's a really good one. Where else have I gone that I really liked? If you want a vegan one, there's a restaurant called Raw that is at La Suite West in Paddington. I'm not vegan, thought it was really good, but if you happen to have a vegan friend that we want to go with, really good choice. Yeah, I am going to do something about tea at some point, so just hang tight, because I know everyone, in my survey, 1 million people asked about tea, so I will do something. Dan Myers, looking at the Pimlico neighborhood, is that a good area to stay? Yeah, it's really nice around there. It's very posh, so it will be pricey, but it's a good location. Again, though, Dan, I have that Where to Stay in London guide. It's like 35 pages. You'll find lots of great info in there. Kimberly Butler, going to London in May and then to Dublin, but before we fly back home, we have an overnight back in London near Gatwick. Is there anything interesting to do? In Gatwick? No, not really. I'm quite familiar with the area. You can go into into Crawley if you want to get dinner. There's this Caribbean place that is good food, but Steven said plane spotting. Yeah, that's a good one. Lots of planes coming in and out. I don't think there's anything particularly interesting around there. So maybe just have a chill, relaxed night, go for dinner, have a drink. If you want a pub to go to / bar, I go to this place called Octopus in Crawley that has cheap drinks. Besides that, not really, no. Douglas said, saw the Kyle Eastwood band at Ronnie Scott's back in 2013. It was amazing, great food. Oh, amazing. That's good. This is funny. D2MKD, why Britons often have 2 separate taps for hot and cold water in the sink? That is a great question. I wish I could answer that. I do not know. It's kind of, yeah, it is funny though. Because then you have to if it's too hot on one and then too cold on the other, you have to go like that. Yeah, I know. It's true. Great place for music just outside Brixton Rec Center, Pop-Up Place. I'm not sure if that's a question or not, Leo, but maybe you're talking about Pop Brixton. That might be it. Or Electric Brixton. Nocturnal Mistress. I'm coming for the first time in September. Do you think £2,500 is enough spending money for 13 days? It completely depends on how you plan, what your travel style is like. You could definitely do that. You'd probably want to stay in a hostel or stay in a private room in an Airbnb. just to make sure I have enough money for food and everything. And for 13 days, I definitely actually recommend getting an Airbnb or an apartment that has a kitchen, because it's going to really add up to eat out for every single meal for 13 days. You're going to spend a lot of money. Come to Vancouver. Oh, what? Sure, I'd love to. Have you been to Jurassic Island? No? What is that? Like from the movie? Scotland. Haven't been to Scotland yet, but might be going in August, so might be able to do something on that. Have you been to Portsmouth? Briefly for work, but I would like... Oh, wait, no. Was it? Yeah, briefly for work, but definitely need to get back there when the weather's a little warmer, though. Let's see. Eric, you should shoot videos out in front of attractions. Yes, that I completely agree. However, it's really tough to do that because I don't know if you've ever tried filming anything, but you need somebody to hold the camera for you, and also it's really loud, and the weather here doesn't always allow for that. So I agree, but I'm trying to do it more, but and also it takes loads of time for me to go to the attraction. I'm gonna have to pay to get into it, blah, blah, blah. Natasha Boo, how many languages can you speak? English, well, I think, and a bit of Italian. Celeste, if I want to travel from London to Amsterdam, can I do it in one day? You can do the traveling in one day. I wouldn't do a day trip, though. It's way too far, because you're going to have to fly or take the train. What are the trains like in America when compared to England? The trains are better in England. I don't like the trains in America, besides like commuter trains. Who would you, okay, I'm gonna, Leo, what happened in London today specifically? I want you to watch the beginning of the video once we're done. I don't actually explain it, but I tell you where to look for the information on what's happened and what keeps developing. Ace the Gamer, I love you, and can you read this comment? There you go. Okay. Oh, also, if you've asked a question and either I haven't gotten to it or you should just look through all this chat, because some people are answering with some really good tips that I haven't been able to give. Cool. All right, let's see. Let's do a couple more. I've done a few of these already. Okay, I'm going to go to the bottom. Oh, Roger C. I went to Germany and bottled water tasted awful, just like tap water. Is that the same in London? I don't think so. I don't actually remember the water tasting bad in Germany, but I don't think so. I drink the tap water here fine, but I could just be used to it. I drink the tap and the bottled water, but you're going to have to find out for yourself, I think. That's the fun of traveling. Ruben, have you ever been to Amsterdam? I have, but loads of years ago. When I studied abroad, was the first place I went to. My first weekend trip. Yeah, I would love to go back though. That's on the list because I really want to go back. Sam, do you ever get misunderstood for your accent in London? I do, and I'm from the north of England. I have a strong accent. No, I don't think I do. Once in a while, but only just because I say things differently. But actually, not that much. D. Gray, best airport in London to fly into to avoid long lines. It doesn't matter. You might hit long lines anywhere. So just fly whatever works for you. Just pick whatever, or whatever's going to be close to your hotel, or pick the hotel after you. Don't worry about the lines though. Nocturnal Mistress, how long is it on the train to Paris? It's about 2 hours. FUT Kieran, is there anything in Canary Wharf to visit? I'm staying there in May. There's not loads in Canary Wharf. I have stayed there for a staycation once. On the weekends, it's pretty quiet because it's kind of like it's the financial district. So not many people live around there, but it's kind of nice to walk around, and you can get to like Greenwich. Greenwich is a really cool area. There's loads to do there that you can explore. Nicholas Filari, best West End musical in your opinion? That stuff. I haven't seen loads here. I love Book of Mormon. If you're not offended by religious jokes and religious satire at all, then I think you should do the Book of Mormon. It is absolutely hilarious. It's written by the guys that write South Park, so that can kind of give you an idea. If you're offended by South Park, don't go to that. I've also seen Wicked, but I need to go see it again because I kind of fell asleep in it. It's kind of a long story, but I was just really, 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 really tired, and I had been so excited to see it, and then I accidentally fell asleep in it, but I need to go see it again. Cool. Emily said, is studying abroad in London realistic? It totally is. You just need to realize it's very expensive here. So if you aren't looking, if you don't want to spend a load of money, I don't think this is a good place for you to study abroad. There are some other places in England there are some other places in England that would be better. There's some other places in Europe that would be cheaper. And then finally, studying abroad not in Europe, like if you can go to Asia or Africa or South America, you will spend way less. Hey, I want to study abroad too. I can't tell if you're joking or if you actually do want to study abroad and you just actually accidentally put a space in there. Tell everybody about the speech corner. Have you tried to speak up too? I don't know what that is. Do I want a boyfriend? No, I'm married. Sorry. Guess you haven't seen this one. Stacey Ventura said, what are cool spots for street art in London? So the best area to go for street art is Shoreditch and the surrounding areas. So like Old Street and Hoxton. So Shoreditch, you can do a really good, I haven't been on it before, but I've been recommended it loads. There's a really good alternative street art tour that's free in that area. And it's good. I recommend doing a tour if you can, because there are it's like cool to walk around and see the art, but there's so much, like there's really tons of stories behind them, and there's new art that pops up every single day, and these guides are so on top of it. They'll say, oh, that's by blah, 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 or that's that, or that's that. So I recommend doing that if you can, but if you just want to walk around and like check it out and look at pictures, that's a good place to go. There's some in Notting Hill as well, but definitely Shoreditch is the place to see the best. Okie dokie, let's see. Some of these are just don't make any sense to me at all, but that's okay. Wrong Style Wrestling. Have you been to the YouTube space in London? I do, yeah. I go quite often, actually. Evan Sosa, what can we do in Wembley? I wouldn't hang around Wembley. It's not really the best area. If I had to guess, I'm guessing you're going to see the football. Get in for the football and then leave. Yeah, it's not really a good area, so I wouldn't stay around there. Or you're going to a show, maybe? Yeah, that might be it. It's not like the worst area in the world, but there's just not like really anything to do around there. Do you like East London? It's up and coming, I think, said Steph. I love East London. Yes, I do. I love it. It is definitely up and coming, and it's really cool and eclectic. Let's see. Let's do 3 more. Elizabeth Brigden Smith said, we are heading to the theater when we come next week. Suggestions for what a family should see. 3 kids aged 13, 11, and 11. I think Wicked would be a good one. A double check to make sure that it's definitely kid friendly, but I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know if Book of Mormon, I'm not really sure if Book of Mormon's going to be appropriate. It's not really, I don't think it's, maybe it's, I'm probably not the best person to ask, but I think it's borderline. Billy Elliot's not here anymore. I saw it when it was the last week, and that was last year, so that's not around. What is it that everyone else always... Yeah, that's probably my best suggestions for you. Steph Higgins, have you ever visited the Gherkin? No, actually, but I think I'm going in May. I'll let you know how it is. Oh, Steph, good one. Lion King. Yes. I haven't seen Lion King before, but that would be a great one to bring with kids. Really good one, Steph. Joshua James, you have nice hair. Sorry, I'm not. That's all you have to say. That's really nice. Thank you. I just got a cut. Jennifer Friedman, I'm looking at Goldsmiths and Nottingham. Have you ever been to the city of Nottingham? No, I haven't. And that's all I can say, I guess, about that, really. Leo, I don't know the area of Camberwell very well. I think it's a decent area. I think it's like a really good local area, but I'm not 100% sure. So if you go on Time Out London, you can get a local guide of the area to see what's going on. Okay, cool. I think that I might finish. Oh, Darren, favorite spot in Notting Hill. Ooh, that's a tough one. Favorite spots. I really like there's a row, and I always forget which street it's on, but there's a street of rainbow houses. You can find it if you're wandering around, but I just think it's so cool. It's really good to like take photos. Also, there's a good pub there called the Red Lion that I would recommend. And there is in West, I think it's Ladbroke Grove, which is very close. There's a food market thing that has also like music and a bar and stuff. And it's called Ackwell Village, I think it is. That's a really cool place to go in that area. Where is the most unsafe area in London? Wrong style wrestling. It's hard to say. I mean, I haven't been to every single one of them. I try to avoid them, as you can probably guess. So it's kind of hard to say. Ted, what is a good local SIM card / wireless provider to purchase pay-as-you-go service? So I personally have O2, but I also have a SIM card for the company called 3, like the number. So those ones are fine. There are loads of really decent ones. Even if you just get like a cheap one at the airport, it should do the trick. You should be fine. Okay, we'll do one more and then I think we'll wrap it up. But I'm having a load of fun. I hope you guys are too. Oh, also, I'm going to do another one of these. I had planned to do one, I think, on Saturday if I can fit it into my schedule. I'm going to email my newsletter list if I decide to do that. And I'm going to do just the same thing, but Q&A. So if anything doesn't get answered today, then you can ask it on Saturday. Monica Miki, I'll be in London May 1st. Is it a holiday? That's a Monday, I think, right? Yeah, it is a holiday, which is fine. A lot of stuff will still be open. And actually, that's going to be really fun because it is the first May bank holiday, and everyone loves to go to the pub on a bank holiday, and hopefully you'll have nice weather, which means that, people will just be, like, hanging out. Like, everyone loves the May bank holiday. They just love doing stuff and enjoying it, so that'll be nice. Okay. All right, I'm gonna... Oh, Sam, have you been on the Emirates Airlines cable car near Greenwich? No, I haven't. I've heard mixed things about it. If you're like in the area and you're up for it, try it, but I wouldn't venture to it. Okay, cool. Oh, amazing, guys. Oh, this is a good one. Queenie Martinez Cacciola. Where can I buy clothes like the one that Wandergasm or regular Londoners use? So I'm trying to think. So Wandergasm is one of my YouTube friends who I do videos with sometimes, and he is a very snazzy dresser. I hope he's not watching this. I don't want him to know I think that. Actually, if you go on his Instagram account, which is just at Wandergasm, he tags a lot of the places that he gets his clothes from. I think he orders a lot from ASOS. There's a lot of really cool boutiques of that kind of style in Shoreditch. Not cheap, but really cool, like, places around there you can get stuff from. Okay, let's call it a night. Thank you guys so much for hopping on this with me. I hope that I know we haven't really gone into exactly what happened today, but I would rather focus on the positives and what all of this means to you. So hopefully I kind of helped to calm your nerves a little bit and that you're not feeling too anxious. Hop on the call again on Saturday if we're going to do it, which I'll email you guys and put it on social media if we're going to do that. And yeah, I think we'll wrap it up. So also, if you have any feedback on this Q&A, please feel free to leave it on the video once it's done, or just, I'm not sure if you can keep chatting, but always wanting to like figure out how to do all this kind of stuff better. So please let me know what you think. All right. Have a good night / day, guys. Bye.